Tasya sanjanayan harsham Tasya sanjanayan harsham Kuru vridha pitamaha Simhanadam vinadyuchai Shankam dadma pratapavam Tasya sanjanayan harsham Kuru vridha pitamaha Simhanadam vinadyuchai Shankam dadma pratapavam. The translation. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly, making a sound like the roar of lion, giving Duryodhana joy. ताप कुरुवंश के वयोवृद्ध परम प्रतापी एवं वृद्ध पितामह ने सिंह गर्जना की सी ध्वनि करने वाले अपने शंख को उच्च स्वर से बजाया, जिससे दुर्योधन को हर्ष हुआ. Then purport of Srila Prabhupada. The grandsire of the Kuru dynasty could understand the inner meaning of the heart of his grandson Duryodhana, and of his natural compassion for him. He tried to cheer him by blowing his conch shell very loudly, befitting his position as a lion, and directly by the symbolism of the conch shell, he informed his depressed grandson Duryodhana that he had no chance of victory in the battle, because the Supreme Lord Krishna was on the other side. But still it was his duty to conduct the fight, and no pains would be spared in that connection. Tatparya. कुरुवंश के वयोवृद्ध पितामह अपने पौत्र दुर्योधन का नमोभाव जान गए और उसके प्रति अपनी स्वाभाविक दयावश उन्होंने उसे प्रसन्न करने के लिए अत्यंत उच्च स्वर से अपना शंख बजाया, जो उनकी सिंह के समान स्थिति के अनुरूप था. अप्रत्यक्ष रूप में शंख के द्वारा प्रतीकात्मक ढंग से उन्होंने अपने हताश पौत्र दुर्योधन को बता दिया कि उन्हें युद्ध में विजय की आशा नहीं है, क्योंकि दूसरे पक्ष में साक्षात भगवान श्री कृष्ण है. फिर भी युद्ध का मार्गदर्शन करना उनका कर्तव्य था, और इस संबंध में वे कोई कसर नहीं रखेंगे. So today we listen about what happened on the Kurukshetra battle. You know this book. You understand my Hindi when I read? Yes. Okay. So what does it mean, this sound of conch shell of Bhishma? So Acharyas, they're saying that that means dharma. भीष्म के शंख की ध्वनि का क्या अर्थ है? आचार्य कहती है कि भीष्म के शंख का अर्थ है धर्म. धर्म दुर्योधन भय से व्याकुल हो जाते हैं. दुर्योधन was having fear. और भीष्म शंख लेकर शंख फूंकने लगते हैं. Bhishma, he was giving the sign by using a conch shell and the sound of conch shell meant, I will do my dharma, I will perform my dharma. तो वह कहते हैं कि वह अपना धर्म निभाएगा, and धर्म सिद्ध होगा, dharma will be performed. Actually, Duryodhana, he was performing dharma or not? No, adharma. दरअसल दुर्योधन अधर्म कर रहा था. दुर्योधन ने धर्म की रक्षा नहीं की. Duryodhan, he was not protecting dharma, because Shank Vishnu का प्रतीक है. This Shankar, this conch shell means Vishnu, and Vishnu now on the opposite side. Our Vishnu Virodhi Paksh में है, not on the side of Duryodhan. And our Duryodhan की जीत की कोई उम्मीद नहीं है, and for Duryodhana no hope for victory. That means he will defeat. And then next thing, very important. Please try to understand. Very important. Because समझने की कोशिश करें. भीष्म आप अपना शंख बजाते हैं. And that means और दुर्योधन के लिए इसका अर्थ है, मैं अपना धर्म पूरा करूंगा. Duryodhana, when he used this conch shell, that means I will perform my dharma. But from other side, लेकिन दूसरे और शंख की ध्वनि का अर्थ है कि धर्म अधर्म पर विजय प्राप्त करेगा. That means that dharma will destroy adharma. Adharma will defeat. That's not indirect meaning of this. Indirect meaning. Then other question comes. Bhishma की उम्र के कितने थी? How old was Bhishma? How old was Bhishma? You know? Maybe nearby 100 years old. And 100 years old. And he was fighting in front of all army. This is Bhishma. And he is not avoiding dharma. He is not avoiding his duty. That's a very important thing. This is Vedic tradition. या वैदिक परंपरा है. वह धर्म करने से नहीं भागता. तस्य संजनयन हर्षम कुरुवृद्धा. Kuruvrida means the oldest man in the dynasty Kuru, Pitamaha. That means Rajavamsh में सबसे बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति, कुरुवंश. वह अर्जुन और दुर्योधन के पिता थे. For Arjuna and for Duryodhan, he is father, grandfather actually. And Dhritarashtra के बड़े मामा उनके पिता के बड़े भाई हैं. He was the oldest uncle for Dhritarashtra. Was his senior brother of his father. So Bhishma was very old man. Also he was brahmachari all his life. And in such Bhishma एक बहुत वृद्ध व्यक्ति थे, और उस वृद्धावस्था में उन्होंने युद्ध का जोखिम भी उठाया. Bhishma was fighting in such age. How you can imagine it? In our time, who can do it? And this is Kshatriya's mode. This is Kshatriya's mode. And Dhritarashtra, physically he could not fight. Actually, Dhritarashtra, he was not eligible to go fight. Dhritarashtra शारीरिक रूप से लड़ने में अक्षम थे, वे आंधे थे. He was blind. इसलिए उन्होंने युद्ध के मैदान में प्रवेश नहीं किया. Otherwise he will go and fight. And And also this fighting, this battle, that means one side will be killed. No compromise. This is Kshatriya's spirit. One side will be killed. No compromise. या और लड़ने का अर्थ है या तो दूसरे पक्ष को मारा जाना चाहिए या मुझे मार दिया जाएगा. अब राजा और योद्धा युद्ध के मैदान में गोले नहीं चलाते. Our time, our chief commanders, warriors, they're not using this conch shell. And also our time, who is fighting? Poor soldiers. They come in, poor soldiers. Like आधुनिक युद्ध में गरीब सैनिक युद्ध के मैदान में प्रवेश करते हैं, जबकि नेता सुरक्षित स्थान पर रहते हैं. Yes, and our leaders, they underground. No one can find them. That is our way now, our system. So we can see how, over the world, there is so many types of disturbances going on. And due to disturbances, the general people, they are not becoming happy. हम देख सकते हैं कि अब दुनिया भर में कई तरह की गड़बड़ी हो रही है और उस गड़बड़ी के कारण हम लोग खुश नहीं हो रहे हैं. इतनी पीड़ा है, इतनी कष्ट है, so much suffering here, so much troubles. What is the reason? उसका कारण क्या है? What is the reason of this? Why so much disturbances in society taking place now? समाज में अब इतनी गड़बड़ी क्यों हो रही है? Like 100 years before, so much disturbances was not there. Yes, like 100 साल पहले इतना उपद्रव नहीं होता था. अधिकांश लोग किसी न किसी अनुशासन का पालन कर रहे हैं, इसलिए गड़बड़ी कम थी. So most of people were following some discipline. Therefore, less disturbances were there. And then question comes, why? क्यों? Rape, murder is going on everywhere. So to say murder हो रहा है, तो कहने के लिए ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Why it is happening? इसके लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है? Who is responsible for this? This is question now. Bhagavad Gita is giving this question to us. Who is responsible for this? All the disturbances are being caused due to the lack of the rulers. शासकों प्रशासकों की कमी के कारण सभी गड़बड़ी हो रही है. जो कमी कर रहे हैं वे जिम्मेदार है. Rulers, they are responsible for this. Everyone is becoming agitated, not controlling senses. So therefore now we see like disturbances take place everywhere. सभी उत्तेजित हो रहे हैं, इंद्रियों को वश में नहीं कर रहे हैं. इसलिए अब हम देखते हैं जैसे हर जगह गड़बड़ी हो रही है. So to say, we can say that everyone is indisciplined. Like अनुशासन नहीं है. Everyone. कहने को तो सब अनुशासन नहीं है. सबका अपनी इंद्रियों पर वश नहीं है. Everyone is having control over. Everyone is not having control over his senses. Now, and the rulers responsible for this. इसके लिए शासक जिम्मेदार थे, क्योंकि उन्हें अनुशासन देना था. Because they are not inflict discipline. They had to inflict discipline, but they don't do it. They are the leaders of society, and their duty is to inflict discipline on the citizens. वे समाज के नेता है और उनका कर्तव्य नागरिकों पर अनुशासन लागू करना है प्राज्ञा. Praja means you should care about them. My Gurudev said, when he was very young, this type of indiscipline was not there. मेरे गुरुदेव ने कहा कि जब वह बहुत छोटा था तो इस प्रकार की अनुशासनहीनता नहीं थी और लोगों का अपनी इंद्रियों पर नियंत्रण हो रहा था जो आजकल नहीं मिल रहा है. So, but and then people were having control in that times over the senses, which is not, you cannot see it in our days. So now the senses of people not controlled, not disciplined. Therefore, they are fighting, they are quarreling always. And the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita में भगवान कृष्ण कहते हैं, he said that among the human being, the king is my representative. So भगवान ने कहा मनुष्यों में से लाओ राज्य मेरा प्रतिनिधि है. The king is my representative. The king should be my representative. राज्य मेरा प्रतिनिधि होना चाहिए. And that was the desire of Bhagavan Krishna. और वह भगवान कृष्ण की इच्छा थी. Those who rule the country, they should follow the principles laid down by Supreme Lord Bhagavan Krishna. जो देश पर शासन करते हैं उन सर्वोच्च भगवान कृष्ण द्वारा निर्धारित सिद्धांतों का पालन करना चाहिए. And the king is representative of Bhagavan Krishna, you can say. But nowadays it is not happening. Nowadays not happening. Now government is representative of citizens. That is our condition now. So those सामान्य तौर पर लोग इसका पालन करेंगे. राजा भगवान कृष्ण के प्रतिनिधि है, लेकिन आजकल ऐसा नहीं हो रहे है. अब सरकार नागरिकों की प्रतिनिधि है, तो वे क्या कर रहे हैं? And what they are doing, they are trying to please their citizens. Then they trying to please their citizens only. वे नागरिकों को खुश करने की कोशिश कर रही है. एंड नागरिकों को किस प्रकार का सुख संतोष मिलेगा? What type of happiness will have these citizens? Simply sense gratification. केवल इंद्रिय तृप्ति. The citizens demanding sense gratification. इंद्रिय तृप्ति की मांग करने वाले नागरिक. And which king will give them sense gratification? He will rule for a long time. That is happening. और कौन सा राज्य उन्हें इंद्रिय तृप्ति देगा? वह राज्य लंबे समय तक शासन करेगा. You know, we see who is giving many sense gratifications. Many times he is president, many times he is ruler like this. But society is not happy. Sense gratification is not happiness. Why society is becoming undisciplined? या समाज अनुशासन नहीं क्यों होता जा रहा है? The reason is that the so-called leaders, they are supplying sense gratifications to citizens or human beings. कारण यह है कि तथाकथित नेता वे नागरिकों के मनुष्यों को इंद्रिय तृप्ति की आपूर्ति कर रहे हैं. इसलिए समाज की स्थिति अराजक है. So this condition in society is chaotic. Sometimes it is not under their control and they can do some changes. If they do some changes, next time they will not get their vote. The vote system is there. So in India constitution, what is said? For the people, of the people, by the people. भारतीय संविधान में कहा गया है जनता के लिए जनता द्वारा जनता का. वह सरकार का संविधान है, लोगों के लिए लोगों द्वारा, वे लोग क्या चाहते हैं, वे इंद्रिय तृप्ति चाहते हैं, इसलिए समाज इतने परेशान है. So what people they want only sense gratification. Therefore we say for the people, of the people, by the people, but it's only sense gratification, not absolute truth. Unless one will follow the principle laid down by the Supreme Lord, Krishna, there will be disturbances. That is said here. And when there will be no peace in society, you see so many planets in the space, they are moving, like Mars, Jupiter, moving, but they are never faced into each other, because they are following discipline. But in our road, unless will not be traffic police or traffic light, there will be accident. Yes, it's happening. Why? Because no one wants to accept discipline. And the more will be indisciplined, the more will be thieves, murders, dacoits, and violence, and murder will be there. And it is going on. When there will be no peace in society, people will think that we are not in a safe place. We are not in a safe place. There is no safe place. Always dangerous situation. So, what will happen with Kashmir? In Russia, in Ukraine. My father born in Ukraine. I came from Russia. I know what is happening. India, Kashmir, Pakistan. Near the border, people are not feeling themselves in the safe place. That is problem. In Kashmir, no one is feeling himself in a safe place. So much terrorism, bombs, because the society became so much indisciplined. So much sense gratification is there. People are not able to control their senses. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, 1st canto, 14th chapter, 37 verse. Vikshyotitam stadotpatan ahurloka bhayankaran apya badra manathaya dasyupyo nabhavid bhuvaha. In those days, there were various disturbances in the country that were creating a panic in society. Therefore, all the sages began to talk amongst themselves. Since the king is dead, and there is no protector in the world, misfortune may befall the people in general on account of rogues and thieves. Translation. उन दिनों देश में कई तरह की गड़बड़ी थी जो समाज में दहशत पैदा कर रही थी. इसलिए सभी ऋषि आपस में बात करने लगे. चूंकि राज्य मर चुका है और दुनिया में कोई रक्षक नहीं है, इसलिए दुष्टों और चोरों के कारण सामान्य रूप से लोगों पर दुर्भाग्य आ सकते हैं. This is real. And Srila Prabhupada mentioned here in the purport to this verse. Whenever there is a disturbance in the state or a panic situation, the property and lives of the citizens become unsafe. This is caused by the uprising of various thieves and rogues. और Srila Prabhupada ने भी वहाँ उल्लेख किया है. जब भी राज्य में गड़बड़ी होती है या आतंक की स्थिति होती है, नागरिकों की संपत्ति और जीवन असुरक्षित हो जाते हैं या विभिन्न चोरों और बदमाशों के बढ़ने के कारण होते हैं. So government will be changed. If the king will die, or the ruler will be changed, such a period is called dark period. So it described in Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto that after King Venu died was dark period. सरकार बदलेगी, यदि राज्य मर जाएगा तो सभी शासक बदल जाएंगे. ऐसे काल को अंधकार काल कहते हैं. And Srila Prabhupada said, disturbances will take place. जैसे कि Srila Prabhupada ने कहा, गलबाजी होगी. So here it is said, after death of King Vena, there was so much disturbances in society. तो यहाँ मैंने कहा राज्य वेना की मृत्यु के बाद समाज में इतनी अशांति थी. So much disturbances were there. So if there will be no ruler, then thieves and rogues will come. And there will be very good opportunity for them. And they will disturb innocent people. Like it is happening. इसलिए यदि कोई शासक नहीं होगा तो चोर और बदमाश आएंगे. उनके लिए बहुत अच्छा अवसर होगा और वे भोले भाले लोगों के परेशान करेंगे. And when this type of disturbances increase in society, we have to understand that the ruler of the country, either he died or he is like dead. He is in body but like dead. Yes. जब समाज में इस प्रकार की गड़बड़ी बढ़ेगी तो हमें यह समझना होगा कि देश का शासक या तो मर गया या वह मृत के समान है. And those who are miscreants, they just wait for this situation. Like दुराचारी, you can say. जो दुराचारी ही तो बस स्थिति का इंतजार करते हैं. They wait this moment when the ruler will become weak. दुराचारी नहीं घड़ी का इंतजार करते हैं जब शासक कमजोर हो जाएगा. So what is the real discipline and control of senses? What does it mean? तो वास्तविक अनुशासन और इंद्रियों पर नियंत्रण क्या है? इसका क्या मतलब है? To follow some rules and regulations is called discipline. Here it is, we see. So what is the rules and regulations we should follow? Which is called discipline? Which कुछ नियमों और विनियमों के पालन करना अनुशासन कहलाते हैं. तो कौन से नियम कायदों का पालन करना चाहिए जिसे अनुशासन कहा जाता है? Who has prescribed this? So what is this principle? If we follow this principle, that we will be able to control our senses, we will be controlled, live peacefully and happy. What is the principle? That is a religious principle. यही धार्मिक सिद्धांत है. Where from this religious principle came? यह धार्मिक सिद्धांत कहाँ से आया? धर्मम तो साक्षात भगवत प्रणीतम, वेदस. यह धार्मिक सिद्धांत अनित्य आपको कोई नहीं दे सकता. No one can give this religious principle. Only Bhagavan can give. Only Bhagavan can give this dharma. केवल भगवान ही धर्म दे सकते हैं. और so we are having dharma. So Muslim dharma, Christian dharma. So this is not made in now or a few years ago. This is prescribed by Bhagavan, this dharma. Those who are following these principles laid down by Bhagavan, they are called sadhu. We need society of sadhu. Therefore, we speak about this. Just become sadhu. No matter when man you or woman, you can become sadhu. And their senses are under control. They are never over disciplined. Before we said that ruler king is the representative of Bhagavan Krishna. And everyone should follow Vedic principles. If someone is not following the Vedic principles, he should be punished by king. Understand? It's very easy saying, but so really we can listen about this. Maharaj Prithu, he was born from the body of Vena. Maharaj Prithu, he was watching who is following principles laid down by the Supreme Lord, who is not following. And those who were not following these principles, they were to be given severe punishment. And that means there were no atheists in the society, no atheists in society at that time. No one नास्तिक, यानी नास्तिक नहीं थी। पृथु महाराज के शासन के समय में वे किसी भी नास्तिकता की अनुमति नहीं दे रहे थे, क्योंकि नास्तिक वे परम भगवान के सिद्धांतों का पालन नहीं करना चाहते हैं। लेकिन आजकल सब कुछ अलग है, because atheists, they don't want to follow the principles of the Supreme Lord. But nowadays everything is different. Now this is secular government. अब यह secular government है. Everybody can observe his own dharma. हर कोई अपने धर्म का पालन कर सकते हैं. So this one woman, she was completely naked, and police caught her. It actually happened in India, and police caught her, and she said, "This is my dharma." एक महिला नंगी थी, नंगी. पुलिस ने पकड़ लिया. उसने कहा कि यह मेरा धर्म है. पुलिस ने कहा कि आप नग्न रखकर जज कोर्ट नहीं जा सकते. How she can go to judge court? Because she is naked. And she argued, "No, you people, you cannot make me give up my dharma." She said, आप लोग मुझसे मेरा धर्म नहीं छोड़ सकते, क्योंकि यह आपकी धर्मनिरपेक्ष सरकार है. Because we have secular government, everyone can follow his own dharma, his own religion. My religion is going without clothes, naked. And really, she came to judge court naked. That happened. And so many people, they are manufacturing also their own dharma. इतने सारे लोग वे अपने धर्म की निर्माण कर रहे हैं, and they are following their own dharma, और वे अपने धर्म का पालन कर रहे हैं. And these rulers, they cannot do anything against them, और ये शासक उनके विरुद्ध कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But earlier times it was not like this. मेरा धर्म, उसका धर्म, my dharma, your dharma. No. Bhagavan has prescribed our dharma, and those who were not following dharma, they would be punished by ruler, king, or by Bhagavan himself. But nowadays it's not like that. So government is seeing how the country will be economically developed. If country economically developed, people will be peaceful. But government also is making new laws, But earlier the people were following samhita. Samhita means manual of rules, code, laws. That is not happening nowadays. And why so much raping is going on? In India also so much. Even 5-6 men together raping women. Finally woman is dying. That is happening. Why it is happening? Economically India is developing. Now it's becoming developed country. Why so many poor people? The thing is that people not following the rules, regulations actually prescribed by Bhagavan Krishna. That was written down by great personality sage. Don't follow that. But Prithu Maharaj was an ideal king. His ruling the people were very peaceful, very peaceful. Everyone was very peaceful. Srimad Bhagavatam 4:21-22. Aham dandadharo raja prajanamiha yojitaha rakshita vrittida sveshu setushu stapita prithak. King Prithu continued, by the grace of the Supreme Lord, I have been appointed the king of this planet. See, but Our government now is chosen by the people, but Maharaj Prithu is saying, I have been appointed the king of this planet by the grace of the Supreme Lord. He will represent Bhagavan, and I carry the scepter to rule the citizens, protect them from all danger, and give them employment according to their respective position in the social order established by Vedic injunction. So sublime, so beautiful. What is meaning here is a dandadhara. If one is not follow the principles laid down by Supreme Lord, the king is able to punish him. Therefore it is called dandadhara. He has the ability to punish. King's duty is to see how Varnashrama Dharma, Vedic Dharma will go nicely. Otherwise the human society will become animal society. Why this Varnashrama principle was having so much importance at that time? Why? Because by following Varnashrama Dharma, the people in general were following the Vedic principles. Therefore the king giving so much importance to Varnashrama Dharma. Like one time, Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, she said in lecture publicly, she said, if a people will lead a controlled life, disciplined life, there will be unity, everyone will become happy. Very nicely, she said. So, but how many are following this? Controlled and disciplined life. How many are following this? We are having doubts in it, actually. The so-called administrators, rulers, are they following this? Actually, they should start following this. So when they are not following these principles, how they can become dandadhara? Here it is said. How they can give punishment to them who are not following? That is question. People not following, how you can stop them? No, not possible at all. So question comes about controlled life. What is controlled life? This says sanjata jivana in Sanskrit. Sanjata jivana is asanjata, sanjata. Hare Krishna, please come. The opposite word to sanjata, asanjata, is uncontrolled. Controlled and uncontrolled life. Controlled life means what? Mind and senses are controlled. And here it is said, please, if you live controlled life, you will be very peaceful. How we can claim that we have control if our mind and senses are not controlled? What Bhagavad Krishna said, Indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. Indriya senses are very powerful, and Indriya just pull the mind to do some nonsense activities. The senses are influencing mind to go for sense gratification. And what type of mind is being influenced by senses? What type of mind? Mind is greater than senses. Yes, but the senses influencing mind. What type of mind? Weak mind. Weak mind. Senses control only weak mind, actually. How we will control these senses and mind? That also spoken by Bhagavan Krishna. He said, Ana samyam yamachito yukta asita mat praha. He said, yukta asita mat praha. So let the sense will be engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. This is Bhagavad Gita 6 chapter 14 verse. Let the sense will be engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. So when I was preaching in Russia before, and we were having growing preaching center like this. And actually, I was not having any free time because I have to do Mangalarati morning time, do puja for deities, dressing deities, cook prasadam, distribute books, speak with guests, give classes. Sometimes I was chanting my japa until 2 o'clock at night because no one was there, only 2 brahmacharis. So, and before I was family man. Due to my bad karma, I lost this. So I was giving wife. But now, when I when I'm having time to think about my family life, no. There's no time. If our body and mind is engaged in Krishna Seva, cannot think about this. No lamentation, no fear, no illusion, like this. Very nice. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna said, please engage your mind and senses in Seva. Now people in Kali Yuga, they became more lazy. Actually, not only physically lazy, but lazy, mentally lazy. Or we can say spiritually lazy. So, actually you can do many things. And only it depends on your enthusiasm. If some enthusiasm is here, so many things we can do. We can go on our work, also we can distribute books, Prabhupada, we can read, we can chant, we can associate, we can listen, and so much benefit we can get. When I joined ISKCON, I was so much overwhelmed with such emotions. So I was working, I was a teacher, Russian language, I was teaching in Russian. And sometimes I was teaching in houses of disciples. Sometimes drunken men on the stairs were lying, and sometimes they with drugs, very crazy people. And I was going there because it's my duty to teach. I going to this apartment flat. I was coming always. It was happening. And then when I was having free time, I was doing preaching. We are developing Bhakti Vriksha group. People were coming. Then I was reading some books, Prabhupada. Then I also married. Many things. And we can do it. We can do many things. Only depends on enthusiasm. But in Kali Yuga, people said, Manda sumanda matayo, manda bhagi hipadruta. Very lazy. Manda means lazy. Or very slow, we can say. Manda bhagya. Their fortune, very slow. That means they will get some benefit in this life, but very late. When it will come, body not functioning. Nothing is good. So better now we develop our consciousness. Better now we think about this. Don't wait that we say rulers will help you. No, you see now situation now not becoming better. And also so much attachment to Krishna, to Seva, to Krishna. So there is no place for Maya. Therefore Krishna said, please engage your mind and senses in Seva. Automatically mind and senses will be disciplined. And the ruler, his duty is to make all citizens engaged in Seva to Krishna. But what they are doing, like in Kerala, what they do? They are making liquor business, government, because it's giving money. Only this liquor factories, nothing more. No cultivation, no other factory, only liquor factory. What is this? And they are saying we are ruler. And many places. I am saying about India because we are in India. Actually, we can take other places outside India, not better. I came from Russia, I know what is happening there. Their idea now to make more weapon, more bombs. Now everyone will work on factories, weapon factories. War. Our culture is war. From my beginning, from my childhood, I was listening about our culture. Our culture which was destroyed actually by communists. And only our culture was war. We got such victory, we got this victory, we were very strong, like this. Therefore, now what they're doing, because we are taught like this. But I was interested in other things. I was searching for God. Then Prabhupada books came to me. So I found, Searching this, I didn't have such a faith that such a person, such a pure person exists. When I read about Prabhupada's biography, I was so wondered, such a person, such a pure Vaishnava. I never met like this. And then I started to practice. You can understand my English? Yes? Okay, Hare Krishna. So, automatically the senses and mind will be disciplined. In this age of Kali, is very, very dangerous age. Because in this age of Kali, most of the people, they are not following principles laid down by the Supreme Lord. When the religious people are not being followed, are not following, then irreligion will be developed. Irreligion, atheism. And when irreligion will be developed, we'll go for sinful activities. What we are seeing now. And what are sinful activities? Sense gratification. Too much sense gratification. That is sinful activities. That will increase in the age of Kali. Therefore, in the age of Kali, people are not having control over the senses. Not controlling senses. And you see how it is started. We read about Bhishmadev. Bhishmadev, he was following so-called dharma. He started from this. He was the leader, but he was supporting Duryodhana. And when he used his conch shell, the sound of this conch shell, Shankha, the meaning of this sound was Dharma will get victory. That means Bhishmadev was saying, I will defeat. Yes, I will lose finally. And when all blood, he said, my spoiled blood, poisoned blood, because I took food in the Duryodhana's palace, Dhritarashtra's palace, because all my blood became spoiled. And all this blood came out. Then, before leaving this world, he gave instructions. In Mahabharata we can see this. Yudhishthira was listening. He gave very nice instructions. But actually it started from this point. When the leaders, they started to follow so-called dharma. But conch shell was there, now no conch shell, no shankha. Now they don't use this. Now they use horn. When war, starting horn only, like this. And this Kali Yuga is very weak. It's making us also weak. In this age of Kali, we should become more controlled. We should live more controlled life in this age. We are all Krishna Das, but why are we becoming Kali Das? Not like Kali Das, the famous poet, but Kali Das, disciple of Kali. Should not become disciple of Kali. No, it's not possible. We should seriously think about this. And this is duty of everyone. Every man is a responsibility. Because his children, his wife, every society needs this knowledge. They should give this knowledge. It's very important. But no, not everyone likes to listen to this. Sometimes you see they sitting, listening, then going. Because this is very serious topic. Maybe they wanted to listen only Krishna Katha, 10 scandal, like Krishna was playing on the flute. Yes, Krishna is playing on the flute, but are you listening this? Are you listening how Krishna is playing on the flute? No. But how you can listen if we say about in the class? How you can understand this? First we should regulate our life. It's also important. And then when we become very pure, we can listen. how Krishna is playing on the flute. But actually, who listening this, he doesn't want to stay more in this world. He want to go to Krishna. Because this world is dukkhalayam shashvatam, is full of miseries. What to do this here? What to do here? Only duty, only dharma, nothing else. This world for dharma. Dharma is not sense enjoyment. People coming maybe on class to listen some for sense enjoyment, but then they going on. Because sense enjoyment is a poison. If poison, man who took poison, he cannot take prasad. Because he poison is no tasting, no taste. No taste. Like we were going with chanting party, Nagar Sankirtan, this Sunday, yesterday. And on the one corner, so strong smell of fish, meat there. And these people, they like this. They very happy. But devotees, oh, Krishna. But before, maybe someone was thinking differently. Before. So, Krishna changed our taste. Krishna changed everything. Now Krishna can. How we can live in this world? How we can live in this world? And here, in this verse, we can get the hope. This conch of Vishnu, the sound of Vishnu, Shabda, it can save us. Only by listening. Listening this sound coming from Vaikuntha. This Shankha, this actually, the sound of Shankha is coming from Vaikuntha. Therefore it is signifies Vishnu. So when we're listening, we are free from Maya. Always listen, Shabda, transcendental sound. Transcendental pure devotees, sound of Bhagavad Gita, this sound of Krishna Katha, sound of Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That is meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is saying about our duty. What should we do? Yes, Hare Krishna. Tantra Raj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Gaur. Hare Krishna, you have some questions? You understood? Everything? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Please come. Every day we giving classes. So morning Srimad Bhagavatam, evening Bhagavad Gita. It's here. So my Guru Maharaj said to me, any moment if you have opportunity, speak Krishna Katha. When I'm not qualified, I try to do it in any circumstances. So we will try. And we will see what will happen. Hare Krishna.